Hello everyone. So welcome to the channel of RD Automation Learning. So today we are heading up for this live session, right? So if anyone has any questions, so feel free to ask. And sorry for the delay today. Actually, we are actually conducting live every Sunday at 12:30 p.m. IST, but somehow it just got slipped from my mind. Okay. So before we start, a few of the things that I would like to clarify is the questions that I have received in the email. So I'll start answering them one by one, and then we can come up with these particular other questions related to career guidance, software testing, job updates, and all those things. Right. So the very first question that I had got in an email was, should we should we join a company, a startup company with a high package, or should we join a MNC company with a low package? So this was the first question that I had received in an email, and it was also asked in the live session last Sunday, that should I join a MNC company with a low package, or should I go for a startup company with a high package? So over here, I would like to address this question as, if there is an opportunity to join a startup company, even with a high package or with a low package, and still you are at the beginning of your career, where your salary is somewhere around 4 to 10 lakhs per annum, right? Then definitely you should go for a startup company, because in a startup company, you would get a lot of things to learn. In the startup company you would get a lot of knowledge. You would be doing a lot of things which are to be taken care by other team members, but you will get an opportunity to explore, you will get an opportunity to learn, you will get an opportunity to implement them in your real time projects. For example, let's say you are doing test automation in MNC company, but at the time of DevOps automation, or triggering some particular uh, automation script via DevOps, those things are done by the DevOps team members, right? That is not your role and responsibility. Yes, you should have some basic knowledge with you, so that if anyone is uh, countering any error, or let's say if any failure is coming, so you would take up that responsibility, right? So but in case of startup company, this is not the case. You are end to end responsible for a detailed level of end to end cycle. Like you have to create automation scripts, you have to deploy them, you have to take care of DevOps, so all those things. So this is how a startup company helps you in building and in shaping your career, if you are joining startup companies at the beginning of your career. Why I am not in a favor of joining a startup company after having good number of years of experience, because as your number of year of experience will increase, simultaneously on the parallel lines your package will also increase. And in startup company, if there is a cost cutting going on, or if there is some layoff kind of going on, so you would be the first person who would get laid off, because not every startup company has that much of budget that they can give you so much of amount to one single person. But in an MNC company you can get that kind of packages, right? And again, in startup company, whenever you are joining, whether you join startup company, whether you join MNC company, please go through the reviews that they have mentioned in the LinkedIn, that they have mentioned in the Glassdoor, that what actually, what is the growth count over there, what is the head count that they have hired in last 12 months, are they doing any sort of layoffs, right? So those kind of things you have to take care before joining these kind of startup companies or MNC companies. Okay, so this was the answer that I would just like to give. Okay, now coming to the other questions that we are getting these in today's live session. uh, Shab is asking, I came to know about this job offering platform called Relevel. Please share your opinion on the same. So Relevel is actually a platform that will have you, that will give you a lot of job opportunities, right? But then I haven't got any subscriber, I haven't got any feedback, whether it is positive or negative, from any person with respect to re-level, right? So I'm not sure if you pay money to that particular, whatever it is, website or platform or consultancy, so you will get job or not, right? Because since the beginning of this channel, we have been interacting with a lot many people who are trying for getting job and who have got a job, right? So you can see success stories also on our channel, but I'm not much aware about this re-level, so I won't be a right person to give you an opinion on re-level, right? Okay. Okay. Okay, so Rohit has come online. So Rohit is asking, sir, how will be the job openings in the month of January and February? So in the month of January and February, see, a new year is going to start, right? So maybe I think by the end of this financial year, February, March, there will be a switch in the job openings. That is currently what is happening. Layoffs is going on, hiring freezes going on. But I think from February or March, you might see some job openings coming out. And one other important aspect that I also came to know, you also would have got that news, that the government, the central government has of India has clearly mentioned to all the MNC companies that before laying off the people, they need to ensure that they have a conversation with the government of India, and then only they take that decision. So this is a good thing that has happened with respect to the people like us who are working in companies, and no one is supposed to just lay off people, right? So that is an important thing. Okay, Rushabh is asking, not getting calls, or has the recession ended? Okay. So, Rushabh, if you're not getting call, then you can add more certifications into your profile. You can, if you are having a manual testing experience, you can add automation or API testing kind of an experience in your resume, right? In your profile. So that is important. Siddhant is asking, is it better to go with a fake experience or go as a fresher to switch career from non-IT to IT? Always go as a fresher. Don't go for fake experience, because one of my subscriber was also asking whether they should go with fake experience or they should go with the fresher, right? So he applied as a fresher. He was working in a BPO company, completely, totally non IT based, from 2013 to 2020. And finally, he got a job in 2020, right? So don't worry about getting a job. You will get a job, but be genuine. That is the first and the foremost thing that is important. Okay. Hmm. Advait Vlog is asking, daily updating Naukri profile but not getting calls. Please guide. Okay. So if you are daily updating Naukri profile, so in that, what actually you are updating? So if in case you are updating your skills, so let's say if you are updating your certifications, if you are adding some more details in your profile, so that would be good, right? But what kind of update you are doing, Advait? I would like to know that. Nikhil is telling not getting calls. Hmm. Samarth Patel is asking, why is testing so underrated? Okay. So see, testing is not at all underrated. If you see any projects, any organizations, whether it is a startup company or let it be an MNC company, right? So every company is hiring software testers. They are developing a separate team who can perform software testing, whether it is manual, whether it is automation, right? So everyone is now giving priority to software testing. Now, the only thing that is happening, the frequency that I have observed is in agile, in sprint. Let's say if it's a 2 week of sprint, the development team itself is taking the first week, and they will take the second week, 2 to 3 days also, in completely handing over the functionality or feature to the testing team, which is why the testing team, the testers, are not getting enough of time, enough of resources, right, to put down their efforts and to perform testing. So this is what is happening these days, right? So what I would suggest to everyone is, if you're not getting sufficient time to test some particular product, if you're not getting sufficient time to test some particular product, then please raise your voice to the management, to the test managers, to the product owners, right, scrum master, and tell them that you need sufficient time for testing, right? So this is very important. Okay, now there is a question from, the name is not written, it is written girl with dreams. For non-IT student to get into IT, is it okay to go with fake experience after completing manual testing and automation testing training? Okay, now what can be the consequences if you go with a fake experience? What if you get caught with the fake experience, right? Let's say you took fake experience and you joined the company, right? But someday they will come to know, right, that this particular person, this particular candidate has joined with a fake experience. So it would be good if you go ahead, if you proceed with a genuine experience rather than going with a fake experience. Okay, so there are comments from some people that voice is not audible. Am I audible, team? I hope it is audible. I have got a new mic as well, so that there is no audio issue. Okay, thank you for confirming. So, what is software testing A to Z? Is that a YouTube channel? Okay. Test scenarios for database testing. Okay, so Karan is asking what can be the test scenarios for database testing. Um, okay, if you are testing database, right? So first of all, the positive test scenarios would be, whenever you add some particular record, you would see whether all those things are getting added into the database or not, into the proper database table they are getting saved, right? It should not happen that you are adding users but it is getting saved into some different database table, right? So with respect to all the tables that are defined, you should be able to see all those entries. Now this is about the normal fields like username, email id, right? What about password kind of fields? Now if you are testing password kind of fields, so it should save in database with the secured, I would say, with the non-plain text character. It should not be displayed in plain text in database. For example, your password is something xyz at the rate anything, right? So it should not display in plain text. It should always display in encrypted form, right? And that encryption has to be done with some sort of security algorithm. Uh, let it be the AES 256 encryption, any RAC. So all those kind of encryption mechanisms should be implemented, and then only the value should get stored in database. Otherwise, anyone could decrypt it and get the values, right? So it is very important that you test this kind of scenario when you are doing database testing. Another thing that I would like to test whenever I am doing database testing is what kind of delete mechanism we are making, right? Whether it is soft delete or is it hard delete. For example, um, let's take a very important example that some user was created, right? Now it might happen that initially that user is required. Now after 1 month or 2 month, or let's say that user leaves the organization, so you will have to terminate, right? So what kind of delete mechanism you are doing? Are you doing soft delete so that in the future you are able to uh, retrieve all those records, or are you doing hard delete? And whichever, whether you are doing hard delete, whether you are doing soft delete, is it being confirmed from the client side? Have you communicated it with the client, right? That is also very important. So these are few of the important test scenarios with respect to database testing. If I'm missing anything, please feel free to comment, right? If there is any other scenario that is coming to your mind, that also you can tell. Okay. Now there is a question. I have an offer from TCS on 10th of November, but my joining date is 5th of December and it is gone. I did not get joining date. Still, I am waiting. So, what should happen with me? Uh, so, so why are you waiting for this particular company, right? The company told you that they are going to make you join TCS on 5th of December, right? And today it is already 18th of December. So no need to wait for that particular company, wait for that organization. You should move on. And it has been already, today is 18th of December. So it has been already 13 days, right? So, so prior to 5th of December, what you could have done is you could have asked the hiring manager or the recruiter who contacted you, who was in touch with you, who was communicating with you for this position on 2nd of December or on 3rd of December itself, that what is the update on your joining, which is on 5th of December, right? So that's how. And if you don't get positive response, then you should take one step ahead and you should just start looking for other companies, right? So it is very important that you take this decisions, you be proactive in this kind of things, because you see hiring freeze is going on, layoffs are going on. So don't ever take this kind of things into granted, right? So sorry, I forgot the name. Ashwini, please take care. uh, don't repeat this kind of things in your future, or and it is for everyone, right? Don't just rely on one company, have some backup offer with you. Okay. Okay, Meta Suresh is asking, can you please name few companies who accept 3 months of notice period? Okay. Okay, so let me have a word with my team and we'll try to come up with the answer for this question. As of now, I don't know, right? So, okay, now there is a question which I would like to answer first. There are other important questions also, but someone has asked how much you are making from this YouTube channel. Okay, so see, this question, this is not a forum, this is not a platform to ask these kind of questions. It would be great if you avoid asking such kind of questions related to income and all those things, because as many of you who have been interviewed on this channel, you know, it's free of cost. We are not actually uh, asking anyone to pay any sort of amount for mock interviews and these live sessions. So everything is free of cost. It's totally a selfless kind of a service that I am doing. I'm not charging anything from anyone. So it's a request, please don't ask such kind of questions. Okay, now there is a question, Journey 24. Sir, work from home jobs are still available. Yes, lot many companies are doing work from home. There are also hybrid jobs available. So if you check out the community post that we had made in last week, one post was there in which I had listed the list of companies who are allowing work from home. There were a list of companies who are allowing hybrid jobs. There are a list of companies who are doing the transition from work from home to work from office, right? So there are many companies who are still allowing you to do work from home, right? So those are there. Okay, now there is a question from Nilesh Kumar. Hi, they. How many days should it take for HR discussion? Okay. Now there are two things to answer this question. Okay. Um, if all your rounds have got completed, you think you are positive enough that you have cleared that particular interview rounds, right? Then you should follow up with HR. There is no time limit that how many days. It can be 2 days, it can be 4 days, it can be 5 days. But if it is exceeding 5 days, 5 working days, right? I'm not counting Saturdays, Sundays. 5 working days. If you are not getting any communication from HR, follow up with them once and then leave that company as it is. Right, it might happen that you might would have got rejected because of any technical answer not being given. They might would have got some particular person who is having good knowledge with you to work with less package, right? So those kind of things might would have happened. Okay, but not more than 5 working days you should take. If you are able to follow up in 2 or 3 days, you should make it happen, but not more than 5. 5 is the greatest number that I am telling. Okay. 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 Is there any future scope in testing jobs? Because many MNC now hiring the people who can develop the applications along with the testing. Okay. So I would say definitely there is a lot of scope in testing, and with the changing trend, with the changing times, right? The what you would be able to see is the the aspect of testing is also changing. Earlier there was one time when we were doing only manual testing. Now test automation is also coming into the picture. Now RPA, robotic process automation, is also coming into the picture, right? So don't worry about the scope of the testing. Definitely a lot of scope is there. So don't think that there is no scope of testing. You should definitely be positive when you are making your career in testing. Okay. Okay, Mukesh is asking 2017 pass out, possible to join software testing? Yes, definitely. Why not? Right? You should definitely join the. You should try to get a job into software testing as a fresher. There is a question from Samarth Patil. I got hired for a company. They were forcing me to work in manual, though I had specialization in automation. I'm a fresher, by the way. Why is it happening? Okay, so don't disheartened, don't get disheartened. Like, you might be going with a lot of stress, like why it is happening with me. So it does not happens only with you, it happens with everyone. It depends on what kind of projects are being done in the companies. For example, if there is a manual testing project being done, then definitely you will get manual testing work. If they are doing test automation kind of a work, then definitely you will get those kind of work. So it depends on what kind of projects are being done in the company, rather than what you are thinking is, oh, I was an automation specialist but I got an manual test. If you are a fresher, don't think much about manual or automation. Learn and implement the fundamental, the basics of testing, rather than focusing on manual or automation. Right, this is not a time to discuss about manual or automation. This is a time where you should actually focus on building your career into the software testing. This is for freshers, right? Okay. Which type of certification is useful for resume? ISTQB certification, foundation level, advanced level. You can also consider CAST certification, right? So those things are there. Okay. Now there is a request from someone. When you get 1 lakh subscribers, can you please schedule interview with HR directly? It's like giveaway, so that for a student it will be life changing moment. So why do you need interview with HR, right? Hmm. Okay, so maybe you are asking us to get your interview scheduled with HR. Okay, no, I what I was thinking is, once I will complete 1 lakh subscribers, I don't know when it would happen, and definitely it would need a lot of your love and a lot of your support. You should be viewing our videos more and more, mobile phones and on your PCs, laptops. Then only it would happen. We would definitely come up with some sort of giveaway. Like we would definitely think of some sort of giveaway when we are reaching 1 lakh subscribers. But as of now, I haven't thought anything. I'm just thinking every day to help you with whatever videos, whatever sort of guidance I can get it from for you from my side, right? 1 lakh subscribers, turning on monetization, getting some payment from for mock interviews is not going in my mind as of now, right? So in future also this will be free channel only that will be available. Okay. Okay, now there is a question from Vivek. The company hired me as an automation engineer. Now they gave me a manual job, and the project is so important for the company, and I felt like I'm losing automation skill. What to do? Okay, Vivek, that's a good question. So, uh, business is also important. You are making some salary, you are making some bread and butter from the company, right? So you cannot deny them for the role or for the responsibilities, project responsibility that they are assigning it to you. So what you should do over here is you should um, whenever you get some time on Saturday and Sunday, you should try some automation, you should try some creating your framework and push all those changes in the Git, right? Push all those things into the GitHub and ask the feedback from the other people. Tell them to review, right? This is how you should do explore. You should practice automation, right? And this is how you would be able to keep those concepts of automation, those fundamentals, those basics of automation intact with you, right? So do these kind of things on Saturdays and Sundays. And even if you are getting some freelancing projects on Saturday and Sunday of automation, then do some those kind of freelancing projects on Saturday and Sunday as well, right? So these things you should do. Okay. So whomsoever it is, like I can see .bis find love on all these sites. So it's a request for people who are online. Please report such kind of things, right? Such people should not be allowed to come on these kind of online sessions. I'm just reporting it. Just give me a second. Everywhere they'll put all these kind of things. Even in my comments of the videos, also some love dating websites and all those things are put. YouTube should take care of all these things. Don't know why they are not taking care of all such things. Okay, now there is a question from Saurav Chatterjee. How to grow in manual testing only without moving to automation? How to grow in manual testing only without moving to automation? Okay, so you cannot grow only with manual testing if you want to make a successful career in software testing. You have to learn test automation. It depends on you whether you are joining some company in which automation project is going on, or you are learning online automation maybe from YouTube channels, or you are referring to some of your friends automation framework and you are learning automation, right? So it depends on you what kind of automation you want to learn. It is not possible to just survive on the basis of manual testing in the software testing industry. Now think if you are getting an experience of 7 to 8 years, right? And then also you just have manual testing skill set on your profile, on your CV. 90% of companies will ignore your CV. They will not shortlist your CV. It is very important to have a mixture of experience of both manual as well as automation. Okay. So those things are important. Okay. Um, Deepika Kulkarni, sir, reply my question. Deepika, please, can you please put your question again? Okay, Abdul is asking, is it good to change company right now, considering the situation of recession? Current company is TCS, and I have an offer of Cognizant. So it depends on what kind of offer you have, how much hike you are being you would be getting if you join that other company, what is the role and responsibility over there, how much uh, work allocation, whether it will be totally manual. You are doing automation now, but that would be manual, so don't go. If it's totally manual as of now, but you are getting an automation opportunity over there, then you can take up that job, right? So these kind of things you have to see, and then you have to switch. Okay. Okay, Deepika, can you please put your question? Okay. Now, before moving to the next question, so let me just give you a brief information about one of the outstanding thing that I have actually started. So many of you might be aware, many of you might not be aware. So I won't take more than 2 minutes, but I'll just tell you that this is one of the channel that I have started, in which I am giving movie reviews, web series reviews, right? So please show some love to that channel. Please like, share, and subscribe that channel as well, right? And it's that is actually the different channel, not having any connection with respect to this channel, right? So please show some love, show some support to that channel as well. Okay. Now coming back to the questions, there is a question from Girl with Dreams, sir. Which is good career to choose, functional testing or non-functional testing career? Okay. So the answer is both are part of testing, whether you do functional testing, whether you do non-functional testing. And in fact, in recent days, whenever you are getting user stories, if you are having agile methodology in your company, you are having user stories. So in that particular user story only, try to find out non-functional testing areas also. For example, you get some user story of a login screen, right? And you came to know that there can be a non-functional scenario, that how much time would it take for users to load on this particular page. So this kind of aspects, this kind of non-functional scenarios, non-functional things are to be tested, right? So what you should do is, you should definitely uh, take a career of software testing and perform both functional as well as non-functional. If you are performing non-functional testing, then your profile, your candidature, your personality would be altogether different compared to the people who are just doing functional testing, right? So hope you understand, non-functional testing or functional testing, both are equally and very important, right? So don't think that you have to do only functional testing. You are also supposed to do non-functional testing as well, right? So just making your career in functional testing, just making your career in non-functional testing won't help you out at all, right? You have to perform both. Okay. Okay, now some people are asking which is that channel. So let me share that channel link name again. It is RD Movie Reviews, in which we will be reviewing the movies and web series. Okay, now a lot of questions are coming, and I have been left with only 5 to 10 minutes. So quickly I'll take questions, and then, if possible, we will be connecting in the evening around 7 p.m. also. Okay, so give me some time now. Let me quickly take up these questions. Is it possible to do transition from machine learning developer to QA profile? Yes, definitely you can do, right? API automation paths, or you should first do API testing. You should learn API testing using Postman, and then you should switch to API automation using REST assured. Also, you can do. Okay. Uh, I got job in Uber as a manual tester, but the payroll company is another one paying 10K. So Shravan Alex, please share your contact details, share your resume with us at rdautomationlearning@gmail.com. We would like to cover your success story, and at the same time, if create one Excel file with what kind of compensation offer you are getting. What is it work from home? Is it hybrid or is it remote job? What kind of role you are getting, and then you can take that decision, right? Also check Uber has laid off people or not in last 1 or 2 years, right? Amrish Pandey, sir, I did not work on live project, but I am going to join a company as an automation tester with 1.5 year experience. Will I be able to do work on live projects? Yes, definitely. If you have got a knowledge, you have got hired, uh, so definitely you would be able to work, right? What is situation testing jobs in 2023? So after February, March, you can expect some more calls to come. Okay. Uh, okay. So there is a question from Loknath. Is there any extra tool or courses to learn other than Selenium and Core Java? Other than Selenium, Core Java, you can learn API testing, you can learn non-functional testing, you can learn Bubsuit, JMeter, right? So those things you can do. What about Tosca automation? Tosca automation is having very limited strength, very limited scope these days. So learn Selenium with Java. For non-IT to IT fresher with specialization in manual and automation testing, how much package is acceptable for fresher? How much CTC should I ask for? So ask for 4 to 5 lakhs per annum, right? They should be able to give you that much. You should also ask for 6 lakhs per annum if you are trying to get a job in Bangalore, Pune kind of cities, right? Okay. I had 2017 pass out from civil engineering. I completed software testing course, not getting calls. So do ISTQB certification first. Okay. Nilesh is asking. Nilesh, hope I answered your question. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining for today's live session, and thank you so much for your love, your support. We have already got 81,000 family members. I won't say subscribers, but those are family members who are very near to me, who are very close to me. I would wish that you all show the love to my another channel also, which is RD Movie Reviews, in which I am reviewing the movies, reviewing the web series, right? So show some love to that channel as well. And thank you so much for joining today. And wish you a good Sunday coming ahead. And let me know what are your plans for 31st December or New Year. Which are the new tools or technologies that you are trying to, um, learn in the upcoming New Year. Right? So thank you so much, and all the best for your career.